snowy towers.
Hi, Michael Strassner.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Strassner?
I don't know. People always...
Great start.
Yeah.
I don't know where my name came from.
No, people always are like Strassner or Strassner. I'm pretty sure like my dad would always like, it's David Strassner. Is his name.
Strassner.
Yeah.
That I guess does sound a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
A little more Dom Toppy.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. My dad is he's not a power bottom. But you are, right?
I'm a tower bottom.
Oh, God. The messaging's right here.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall.
That's good. So that means like you're tall and you're a bottom?
No, it's my last name, you piece of
Oh.
poop.
See, I always thought your last name was Towels.
Towels?
Yeah.
Okay, well, your mic one is Michael Strassola.
That's good. See,
Is that your Instagram, though?
Strassola, yeah.
Okay.
Strassola. But I always thought that, like, when I always would tell Jimmy, I was like, yeah, I'm hanging out with Zach Noel Towels.
Noel Towels? And was this verbally or via text?
No, verbally.
Wow, and did Jimmy correct you, or?
He just laughed profusely. He's like,
Okay.
that is not his name at all. Like, you got Zach right, but then...
It went to shit
Yeah,
right after.
He is not a little Christmas angel.
Noel. I'm definitely not a Christmas angel. That is so funny.
Right?
Well, no one says no be right ever. They're like, no. Zach, no.
Okay.
But for those of you who don't know, Michael is funny. I did air quotes.
Yeah.
No, you're so funny. And you are an actor, a comedic actor, or do you do...
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm a comedic actor. I mean, I got my training from, like, a comedy school, but
You
not...
want to say it? You don't want to say it?
No, I don't give a shit anymore. I mean, it's, you know...
Well, I was like, let's not give them the press.
No, we don't need to, but yeah. Because I also went to another school and did well there.
What one?
UCB.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the other LA one that
the one we didn't say.
is we're not going to give press to. But no, they're actually great. And I just saw a show there this past summer at the Groundlings is where I was thrown out of.
Spoiler.
But I went to a show there this summer and it was great, and you know, saw old friends there, and
Comedy's alive and well.
Comedy's alive and well. It's
But
back.
you were in in Young Rock recurring.
Yes.
And you filmed that in New Zealand.
Australia.
Australia.
You always think it's New Zealand.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Why?
Same as like Noel. It's like we just don't know.
I think you were in New Zealand.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
I was
I'm
not.
Noel.
It was Australia. We shot it I came on the second season and shot it in Australia from November I was there till February of last year.
Oh, that is so cool.
It was awesome. It was like, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and
they are doing a season 3?
they are doing season 3. I don't know if I'm going back yet.
Okay.
So we shall see. They started shooting it. There's a 13 episode pickup. So
I'm addicted to this business because you could get that email or phone call today.
whenever. Oh, it's crazy. Like,
And it's like just your part is there.
yeah, this year they're shooting in Memphis though.
Okay.
So
That's like the Australia of
Oh
America.
my God! It's where rock and roll was found, right?
Yeah.
Elvis. Did you watch that?
I did watch Elvis.
I hated it.
I can't say okay. I didn't think it was bad, but I also thought it'd be a musical because it's based on someone with like
a lot of music. Yeah,
but like, so I thought it was gonna be more like Moulin Rouge or like a bunch of like Elvis songs, maybe like smash cuts with like Drake. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was gonna be like a new age Elvis musical, and it really wasn't.
No, I felt like I was like, and Boz does this thing. It is Boz.
Lerman.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Okay, that I know how to say.
Baz.
I
don't know. Maybe I'm not related to
You feel like you're having a seizure every time, like it's like bah bah bah, and then you have crazy Tom Hanks, who I don't think knows how to act anymore. I know that's a crazy statement, but
I think he does
because he comes into this character, you're like, you and I, we are but children playing. It's so sad. What are we doing?
Truly, you nailed it.
And then I tried to watch Pinocchio.
No,
He's like,
it's just off his rocker.
I think he's just going full like crazy character.
What is it about actors like oh my God, not towards the end of their life, but like, well, in one of the later stages.
He was one of the first ones to get COVID too, and we were like, oh shit, is it
damn
gonna?
it.
We didn't know. Remember, it was like
He was like the first celebrity.
Yeah, it was like, wait, Tom Hanks has got it.
Rita Wilson.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
I just think, do you think it's like I think it's a cash grab towards the end. They're like, yeah, I'll play it. Like, it's an old Russian, it's a fat Russian man. Yeah, I'll do it. Pinocchio's dad. Yeah!
Yeah, why not? I've never played that before, and like, I can't do Philadelphia anymore, you know? It's not gonna go to me. But, you know, I'm like, what really is, it's just, yeah, like, what are they, like, will they either go that way, where they're like, gonna play crazy characters, or they go like Rob De Niro way, where it's like, I'm gonna play myself as an angry old man over and over and over again.
I think that's the safer route.
Right?
Although it's not as fun.
No. I mean, you literally, like, who do you, like, what direction do you think directors give them where it's like, hey, you need to, like, tame it down? Like, who says, like...
I don't think they tell them anything.
No. I think they're like, we got it.
They gently, like, bumpers on a bowling alley. Like, just keep
going.
The ball in the lane.
And hopefully we get 8 or 9.
I also think that a lot of people can't recognize good acting.
No.
I mean, but I guess good acting is subjective.
That's also, but that's like the same thing as like comedy, right? Like it's subjective.
Yeah.
But it's like, is it subjective now, or is it just?
Well, there's like people, like, you would probably be considered a comedy snob.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a lot of, like, do you watch?
No.
Okay.
I don't watch any comedy because I just like literally I'm like
that's not funny.
That's truly what I feel like.
I know.
And I'm sure you probably have the same way. You're like
a little bit.
You know, like,
or like, I get it. I get what you're doing.
Yeah.
I get what the joke is.
And I feel like I haven't really seen a great comedy movie.
I feel like I saw something that was, this isn't a comedy, but Barbarian.
I saw that.
A lot of comedy in it.
Yeah.
I laughed out loud, I think.
There's some humor in it.
I guffawed.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was going to say, like, Hoobie Halloween. There's one line that made me laugh at that.
Is that an Adam Sandler joint?
Adam Sandler, a Halloween joint.
And there's a sequel.
No, I don't think there's a sequel.
No, okay.
But
let's hope.
Well, it is Halloween time, so
Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out.
Yeah, we'll see. But like, I feel like those are all like reminders for us how like great our childhood was.
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
nostalgia sells.
But like
reboots sell.
Did you see the Home Sweet Home Alone, the one that was on Disney Plus last year?
No, I ignored it completely.
It was like 2 mental patients wrote it. I mean,
really?
And it was like, I was like, what is it? Like, you're not even.
Can you tell us briefly what the concept was?
Sure. A little English boy who lives in Chicago. Already a start, right?
I just broke the fourth wall.
Okay. I didn't even know it was there. He steals a doll from this couple that has to sell their house because they have no money. And it's played by Rob Delaney.
Okay.
And Elle Kemper.
Okay.
Ellie Kemper? Is it?
I think it's Ellie.
Okay. Yeah. See, these names you're going to find that I don't.
Interesting. I don't love names.
No. And they end up being the bad guys who are supposed to be like the Daniel Stern, Joe Pesci. And it's like, wait, I already feel bad for these guys because
they're losing their house.
They just lost a doll that was supposedly going to give them a ton of money.
Oh, the doll's worth something.
Yeah.
And the little English boy stole it?
I think I didn't get to the end of it, but like I was like, I already feel bad for these people, and like the whole point of
is you don't feel bad. You're like, he's protecting his home.
Exactly. And I think that little English boy's a little shit for doing I
might have to watch this.
It was so bad. It was and I'm like, why are you guys trying to redo this for and I feel like that's just so many things. They just try to redo it and
Definitely. Because it's safe. It has a built-in fan base.
Yeah, but it had a built-in 1 and 2, and then the remainder have just been straight to DVD or shit.
Actually the third I think I enjoyed, but it was
Scarlett Johansson.
Is she in that?
She's the sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
The little boy was also a famous little boy. He was in a lot of stuff or in a lot of TV shows as the son.
And it wasn't Christmas that it was around that time. It was just it was just a snow day.
Oh.
And he was sick at home. And they had 4 burglars.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, that's how you do it, though. You up the ante.
Yeah, you give him a little bit more juice.
Guns.
Yeah. Well, I think the guy, they did give him guns.
Wow.
Because he moved one But I don't know. I also just think when you have a Christmas movie like that, they're gonna do a Christmas Story this year. It's a new.
Oh, that's going to. How are they going to do a Christmas Story?
Supposedly, the kid Peter Billingsley or whatever. Maybe he's the
dad.
it's like now him as an adult.
But isn't like part of the thing with the Christmas Story is that it's like racist and like misogynist and like, or is it not?
I mean, wasn't that like all the good comedies back then?
Everything was offensive. I just like, I don't think I've ever watched A Christmas Story from start to finish, despite it being on
TBS,
yeah,
all the, which I think it still. I mean,
yeah.
and
There's a channel that just.
I have to be honest. I'm the same way. I have never watched the same like.
I refuse. At this point, I refuse.
Yeah, it's a point of like.
Yeah, like avert my eyes.
Well, because I have the ones that I always like to watch, and that's just not in the catalog.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas Vacation is mine.
Oh my, that's my.
Is it your favorite?
That Home Alone 1 and 2 are kind of.
Yeah, they're both great.
And then Scrooged.
Oh, Scrooge is good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I've never seen that as a kid.
Loves that.
Yeah.
That's more like to watch it through my mom's eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, you silly.
See, that's Home Alone 2 for
woman.
me. I remember when I was 5 years old, I watched it with my mom downstairs in the basement, and when Daniel Stern gets electrocuted, and then it's like bones.
Yeah.
It's like shouldn't be that funny, but my mom, like, I had never seen her like lose control of laughter, and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do.
That's amazing. Oh,
that's the full circle.
That's like your origins. Thank you for bringing it back.
Right.
And now we're gonna step to the side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talk about your sex experience.
Great. Yeah. Go
Which
from
I'm
mom.
sure is very funny.
Yeah. No. I mean, there's definitely some humor. I mean, even at the start of it all. Ironically enough, my first kiss
was with Macaulay Culkin.
Noelle. A girl named Noelle on Christmas Eve.
Stop.
Yes.
Wait, how old were you?
5. Underneath the mistletoe.
Was she 5 as well? Was she like 18?
She was 19.
Stop.
So, it didn't matter back then. It was the 90s.
It was whatever.
Come on, right?
Okay. So, how did the kiss happen?
It was at the Harringtons Christmas party, which we went to every single year.
That's a family?
Yeah, as a family, yep. It was,
the Harringtons?
The Harringtons are a family.
Okay.
Sorry. My family is no longer that family. Connected.
Sure. Oh, they fell out?
Yeah, I come from a broken home, Zach. I mean,
yeah, I know. We'll get to it.
Okay.
I'm laughing already.
It's already there. But yeah, I went to Hunt's preschool with Noelle, and then she was at the party too, and we were underneath a mistletoe, and I think I'd saw it in a movie before, and I just kissed her.
Wow.
She didn't ask for it. She didn't want it. But I gave it to her.
Stop. That's the clip. That's the preview.
Yep.
She didn't want it. She didn't ask for it. I just went. Wow. Okay.
5 years old.
5 years old. So, were you like? Is that what? What was your first introduction to sex? Like, just like.
Like first.
Like, when did you become aware of it? I guess around 5.
No, I mean like.
Or you don't really know what you were doing.
I mean, I think like when I first like started to like understand what like was going on in my pants.
Yeah.
Like that was probably when I was, I think 10 or 11. Like I remember I got a boner in 6th grade, I think.
Okay.
And like I like tucked it into my belt.
Oh, sure. The flip.
But I think somebody saw me do it, and like all these girls were laughing at me. It was so funny. Like I remember that moment. Like people were laughing at me having a boner. And I was like, later I was like, I guess now I'm just thinking like, how funny is that like now like boners are cool as hell. You know?
Wait, boners across the board are cool as hell, or
well,
just like as an
adult,
a boner user?
Yeah, like I mean, like you need a boner to do the things.
You do.
I guess you don't. Some people don't, and that's a whole thing now.
Some people live their whole lives without a boner.
Yeah, which is great, and
we support that.
Yeah, half of us here support that. No, of course, I support it. Anybody loves anybody love.
Yeah. Oh, that's. Wow.
Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
That's the ticket. I support anybody's love. Wait, hold on 1 second. I just want to make sure this is.
We're not peeking.
That's a whole thing right now. Some people live their whole lives without a boner.
Yeah, which is great, and
we support that.
Yeah.
Does it sound funny to you? It's like it's recording both of us on both things, but I don't know.
I don't think so, but I don't know anything about these things.
I support anybody's love. Okay, no, that's cool. We'll just pick up right where we're gonna go. And that's the magic of podcasting.
Exactly. You can come back and forth.
Okay. So that was the first kiss. Do you remember when you discovered like your body? The first time you jerked it?
I do. As a kid, I would. Remember the movie Road Trip?
With Tom Green?
Yes, Tom Green. There was a scene in it where because Tom Green's like a college, he's like telling the story of this.
Yes. And feeding snakes and stuff.
Yeah, and there's a part where he is and then these girls were talking in the shower, and they
were they washing themselves or no?
Well, that's the whole thing. They're they stopped Tom Green. They're like, there's no way these girls are just walking around naked, and he's like, it's my story, and I would pause it at that point, and there was that. There was striptease with Demi Moore. I remember when I was 6, my mom caught me watching that downstairs.
Striptease?
Yeah.
On
it was on HBO or something, or Cinemax. And she's like, what are you watching? And I turned it off. But I think I was just curious. I didn't do anything at that time. I was just like, whoa, that's a woman's body. I remember being that's really cool.
Cool.
Boobies.
Boobies, yeah. Did Demi Moore show nipples?
Oh, yeah. It was a big, and it was ironic enough because I remember reading a review for it later. It was there's a scene where she's talking to her daughter, who's her actual daughter in real life, is in the movie.
Rumor?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was explaining it to her, because Rumor saw her dancing, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just doing I have to support us as a family." And the review is something she's doing the exact same thing she's talking to her daughter about in the movie that she's doing in the movie.
Meta?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Although she doesn't need to do that role if she didn't want to.
Exactly. But I think it was a cool I always just loved Demi Moore because I was she just is doing the not normal Hollywood actress thing to do.
Yeah.
She
She was in the audience of Rumor was on a storytelling show I did. And it was in Lyric Hyperion, that small black box.
So I did my one-man show.
Oh my god. Do you want to plug it?
No, I did it once. Don't need to do it again. And,
it was that good, huh?
Yeah. There's definitely something wrong with Michael.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, was it supposed to be we need to talk about Kevin?
Yeah, it was about me being a
serial killer.
A school shooter.
A school shooter.
Yeah.
Wait, it wasn't a play on that, or did it?
No.
Okay,
I was just I think it was actually before that.
Oh, okay. Copyright infringement.
Lyric Hyperion.
Wait, do you ever want to go to Edinburgh? A show?
I've thought about that. I was because I do see so many amazing people doing comedy right now that do these shows that are one-person shows that they really take their time to I saw Courtney Peroso's show.
Yeah.
When it started, which was so different from where she got to at the end.
Really?
And it was so cool to see that
evolution
of it, but it's just throwing, and it when you figure out your half-hour set, it changes to that perfect.
Yeah, it settles and
then you're oh, I have that hour.
Yeah.
And it just it definitely I feel you really can do whatever you want now.
Truly.
Whatever.
Truly.
There's no. Doesn't matter.
We're more and more outside the box.
Yeah.
Speaking of box, do you remember the first sexual experience you had with another person?
Yes. Let's see. Sex?
Whatever sexual experience means to you. You could say, it could be technically the kiss under the mistletoe.
Well, the thing that kind of was, what's it called when it happens over and over again? Recurrence? Yeah. A recurring guest star.
That's exactly. I was how does he not know that word?
That's what I was on Young Rock.
Yeah.
There was the first time I got a blowjob.
Okay.
Or fellatio.
Blowjob is the scientific term.
Is it the correct one still?
No.
It was given to me, and then it was given to 4 other people
the
that
same
night.
It was a party situation?
Yeah.
Wait, was it the lipstick thing?
Mm-mm.
Where girls, put on a colored lipstick and then, sucked a bunch of dicks to get lipstick on the dick?
Nope, this was just,
Maybe I could
Me
keep
and
that
then 3 other guys.
Wow. Oh, so it was literally 4 guys and 1 girl?
2 girls.
2 girls.
Yeah.
Pulling double duty.
Pulling double duty, yeah.
Wait, oh my god, this is actually fascinating. Is this something, was it like a good experience for everyone?
I think so. Like, I think everyone was really happy.
How old were you?
14.
Wow. Was everyone like 14?
Yeah.
Wow. It was like kind of, wait, did you guys know what was going to happen going into this?
I thought, like, it was just going to be me who hooked up with her, and then I was wrong.
Did that hurt your feelings?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it definitely...
Really?
Yeah, it was like, it was definitely like and then the first time I had sex...
Same situation?
I had a wonderful night with this person. I had to leave because I had curfew, and then she had sex with somebody else that night.
What was in the water where you were going
Baltimore,
out?
I don't know. I mean, it was just... And I was like, oh, man, like... And I think the whole, like, never not being good enough...
Oh, stems from that.
Yeah.
Also, there's a world in which you like you know how things repeat themselves until you break the cycle. Like the fact that it happened to you, blowjob scenario and then sex scenario, like that's like a cycle.
Yeah, that's why I was so afraid to ever do like anal. So I was like, I don't know who I'm gonna,
who I'm gonna attract.
I don't know. It's gonna be
That is so interesting. Okay, so wait, the blowjob and sex, how far apart were those time-wise?
I think I was 13 or 14 for the blowjob, and then 15 was virginity.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I was young.
You were very young.
Yeah.
Was that like the average age with people in Baltimore? Or like in your group?
I mean, I think my friend group, it was between like 15 and 7. I mean, we were bad kids. Like,
Were you?
I mean, yeah, we just would like literally like... I had a fake... I mean, that summer, after sophomore year of high school, I had a fake ID.
Uh-huh.
I was buying booze for everybody at the party.
Uh-huh.
And then I would just, like... We would just hook up. I mean, like, it was just such a... Which I was like, is this what it... I mean...
Yeah.
Now, like, seeing, like, just being older, being like, is that... Like, seeing Euphoria, I'm like... Well, yeah, I guess I mean...
It was a version of that.
Yeah, it wasn't, like, drugs, but it was alcohol and a lot of sex.
Yeah.
Like... I think we just are curious around that age.
Yeah. Have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
There's like rebellion mixed in there. I mean, high school is a magical time, or it can be.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely loved high school. Like, it was, like, for what it was, I mean...
Were you an athlete?
I was kind of in
athlete.
between. I played lacrosse on the club team.
Okay.
And then that was always fun. And then I did freshman football. And then I'd always play, like, pickup football all the time. But then I also did plays.
Nice.
And that was kind of my, like... And then I was also the president of the high school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
From the whole time? Or no?
Just senior year, because I
Senior
did
year.
something on the transcript. So, like, I felt so bad. There's this guy, because I went to an all-boys Jesuit high school.
Oh, that would have been sexy.
And there was this awesome kid who, like, was president from, like, freshman to junior year, and I think he's now a priest.
What?
Like he just loved this place so much.
Yeah.
And I was very funny, and I was like, I gotta run. Like, I gotta do this. And I won senior year. And so he got knocked off being the president.
Oh my god.
And this alcoholic idiot, like, who would come to literally, like, 2.3 GPA got to be president.
Because you were just likable?
I was cool, Zach.
Were?
I was one of the cool guys, which is like...
What happened?
I know. It really has shifted,
Wait. You said alcoholic. So, I don't know. Do you want to talk about...
Oh,
okay, yeah. Because you're sober now, but, like, looking back, were you, like, were you in your alcoholism in high school?
I think I really just wanted to, like... it was... Look, like, the things that are going through my head right now is, like, how much we just used to party back then. Like, every Friday and Saturday, and then when senior year came, we were drinking Monday and Tuesday as well.
Wow.
Like, we would go to this sushi restaurant called Olive and Sesame, which is no longer there. And we would get sake bombs all Monday night.
Olive and Sesame? Were those the streets?
No, that was the sushi restaurant, which was like...
I've never seen an olive in a sushi restaurant. Never.
No,
Unless they're chopping them up.
No, they weren't. It was literally called Olive and Sesame. I mean, Sesame makes sense.
Sesame, sure.
But,
carry on.
Yeah, Olive.
Olive?
for sushi.
Excuse me?
And we would just take sake bombs all Monday night, and
In high school?
and that, so yeah, like it was definitely full, like,
Wow.
I just didn't want to, like, and I think, I think I was born an alcoholic and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
like, you know, I absolutely knew that, like, when I drank, I was so much funnier than what I ever was when I wasn't drinking.
Sure.
Because I would be the guy who was like, I was constantly naked. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I would literally, like, go around the place, like, parties, and I would come back in with, like, a sock on my dick and just be like,
What?
has anyone seen my other sock? I have no idea where. I swear to God. I'm not even kidding. Like, this would be like that.
I believe it. I just can't believe you did such a bad bit.
It wasn't great. I mean, I was 17. I was trying to figure it out.
No, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
For 17, I mean, it's ballsy.
Oh, it was
very funny.
I mean, the fact, and then, like, I would do it, like, when I got the gang back together for, like, weddings, I would come up and, like, do the same thing, and they'd be like, "What is wrong with you?" Like,
You're like a trope. You're like your character is in movies.
Oh yeah, yeah. And ironically enough, the last thing I ever did at Groundlings, I played this character where I worked at Best Buy, and it was Halloween, and I came in dressed as Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I just had a sock on my dick. And so the last thing I ever did on that stage was
be mostly naked.
Be completely naked, and just have that.
They're like reviewing your case.
And they're like, this guy definitely has a problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Full circle.
So then, okay, so you lost your virginity, you said at 15 or 16?
15. Yeah,
and
I'll
then,
make sure I get that right. Like, it wasn't 16, it was 15.
Okay. The stenographer stand corrected.
Yeah, please go back.
So that was like sophomore year in high school? Freshman year?
It was, I know, because I was late. I was August 18th was my birthday, or is my birthday.
Okay.
Oh
my God, happy belated.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
2 months.
2 months ago,
yeah.
But.
And yeah, so I was always like, I was the youngest one in my class.
Okay, so you were a sophomore.
I was going to be a junior.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you had a kind of wait, the sex was okay?
Yeah, I mean, like,
you said you had a wonderful night.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was like in my head thinking, I was like, okay, like, what's this is probably, what not is great that's going on with the youth of America, but like, I watched a lot of porn, so like, I was like, what position, so like, I was like doing, like...
Stuff that you had seen.
Yeah, like Sledgehammer and...
that feels like a wrestling term.
But yeah, like, just like crazy, and then like, it was, I think, like 5 minutes, I mean, it wasn't anything...
Spectacular.
Yeah, she definitely, I understood why probably she needed somebody else to do that again.
You were the warm-up? You were the feature that night before the headliner? Wait, but like,
I was the open mic.
You were the open... open mic!
Yeah.
Were you dating this girl? Or was it just like you met her at the party?
So I worked at this really cool pool that I worked in this, we called it the Grill, but it was a snack bar. Mm-hmm. And she was a swim instructor.
That's cute.
And I was like, man, this girl's so, all this stuff. And then I remember like coming in the next day into the Grill being like, I lost my virginity last night. And like all the guys knew already that she hooked up with somebody else. And so I came in just like, it was like, and what happened? Like, and then,
Wait, where did you have sex location-wise?
It was at a,
like a house party?
Yeah. Somebody's parents were gone for like a full, I think it was like a full either 2 weeks to 3 weeks.
Whoa.
So we had a party like every night. And it was just like, and I was there every night. And like, would just get banged up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I mean, it was, again, like, I'm like, when I like see Euphoria and all that shit, I'm like, oh yeah, like it was, like people are like, that's like,
it's a little ramped up and it's a little curated.
Yeah, the heroin part, like I'm like, but again, like that's the shit that's popular now. I mean,
well, as soon as I left high school, like within 4 years, people were doing heroin, I think, at my school. So I think I just got out before the heroin started.
Yeah. It's
wild.
Yeah.
Have you ever done heroin?
No.
Me neither.
I smoked crack.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
On purpose?
I
guess it's you have to kind of do it on purpose.
Yeah.
What was it? Can you say what the situation was?
It was in Ocean City, Maryland. We just.
Were you young?
I was 21.
Yeah, that's very young.
Yeah, definitely not like a good
2 years ago.
Yeah. But yeah, I just we put it on tinfoil.
Yeah.
And I just remember
Was everybody there?
It was
first
me.
timer?
No, it was me and one other guy.
And he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and I just was like, I did it, and I was like, holy shit! Like, I had never felt my heart race that much, and I remember like lying down in bed being like, this would be it. Yeah.
Wow.
And
so you didn't have fun at all?
No, did not have fun.
What was it? What was the relationship with you and the guy?
Just buddy.
Wow.
We
and
were
he was
like,
do you want to do crack?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just never said. I mean, like they were like.
You never said no.
Well, when people were like, there's so many things I just wouldn't do. Like, I'm sure if I was offered heroin when I was drunk,
you're like, yeah.
I'd do it. Yeah, but
I
just
have
never.
Work tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't have work for
I don't have work.
Yeah.
Full
Ever.
stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I just never I never would probably have said no to really anything.
That's an open mind, and that's what we like to see.
Exactly.
Okay, wait.
Which helps in, if you ever don't want to do that stuff anymore, having an open mind is all you need.
Yeah. Okay, so you lost your virginity junior year. Did you keep
Sophomore going into junior year.
I'm sorry.
God, I just want to make sure that you know how young I was and how inappropriate
You were a
it was.
baby. You didn't have any pubes. Okay, wait. But was that the only girl you slept with in high school?
No, I think it was like 2 other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely and I think it was later on, it was another girl from the pool, I think another summer, and then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I never had a serious girlfriend.
That you had sex with a lot.
Until college.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and that wasn't even serious, it was just more
recurring.
Yeah.
Recurring.
Right, back to that.
Okay, so then sex in college, did it ever ramp up? Were you ever a man whore?
No, because I think that's when I really just loved getting fucked up.
Okay.
So I would always that was always my first goal.
Sure.
It was whenever I was I'll text a girl after a bar, but most of the time I would just be so drunk that I would just go home and want to drink more by myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was very obviously getting fucked up was my first priority, but it was very give a mouse a cookie vibes, in which right after getting fucked up I'd be like, dude.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah. No, for me it was more
just keep getting fucked up.
Just keep getting fucked up. Yeah.
Were you the type of drinker? Was it? It was primarily alcohol.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Did you drink until?
And cocaine.
Okay, I love cocaine. Or I did.
We mourn our losses.
We do. It's still, to me, for whatever reason, a very sexy drug.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the snorting.
I mean, I think it was just I knew how much energy it was going to give me, and
Oh yeah, so it was all the potential.
Yeah, and I also know
had a fun night right here.
Exactly, and I would just my heroes growing up in the comedy world was always Chris Farley. Chris Farley was probably number one, and then
yeah,
John Belushi I loved, and then Bill Murray, and Bill Murray's still here and he's awesome.
Then I was you only Dead?
Yeah. And
did John Belushi and Chris Farley both die of cocaine?
They both died of an overdose of I think it was a cocaine and heroin mix.
Wow. Is that what an 8-ball is?
Mm-hmm. And they both died at 33. And I'm
Stop.
33.
For a while.
For the remainder of the year. Yeah. I know. We'll see what happens,
Gotta keep that heroin away from you.
Exactly. Yeah.
On your 34th birthday, now I can
now I can kick it off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting fucked up. Oh, did you drink until you passed out or threw up or what?
Never really threw up. I really I could drink a lot.
And you could always take care of yourself. You could always get home.
Yeah, I never I don't think I ever felt passed out in the bushes or anything.
I was never being carried somewhere by people.
I think on my 21st, I was carried. That was a big dude.
Yeah.
It was tough to kind of carry me.
Sure.
They actually, on my 21st birthday, I had a roast.
And
Yeah.
people roasted you? Did
Yep.
they hurt your feelings?
My really good friend Matt, he had the joke of the night. He said, "Your acting is as believable as when your father says I love you."
Damn, that's pretty good.
And that was pretty good for 21.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it had truth to it?
Yeah, and he's an accountant now. So, like, that's pretty good.
Wow. Yeah, but often there are those people. I've had Lyft drivers say some of the funniest fucking
Right?
shit, and I'm like, damn it. And you're not, I'm working hard
Yeah.
at this.
I'm trying to find
I'm
humor
trying.
all the
Yeah,
time.
and you're just like shooting them off.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, it was always just kind of like, I just always wanted to just be just wanted to get the most fucked up.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That resonates for
Yeah.
some reason. Okay, wait. So in college, you had like a fuck buddy of a girl who was like a friends with benefits almost.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
And then like, okay, so you never had like a whorish phase, like a. Oh my god.
Oh god, you don't have. Do
I
not disturb.
I
on?
did it on my
mean,
phone. I didn't do it on my computer.
Golly, it's like you
You do.
and you want to do this
prepare-
for a living and be a talk show host.
I don't know if I ever said that.
Golly,
Farkas work. There we go.
this is work.
I mean, it's not work.
I love jobs like this.
What were we talking about? Oh, okay. So wait, what was your sex life like post college?
Post college, it was similar to the just kind of get fucked up and then
Maybe hook up.
maybe hook up. Yeah,
So how long was it like that till you got sober?
so I guess covered.
Wow. And then how was it adjusting to a sober sex life?
Well, at that time, I had a girl that we were kind of hooked, like similar to the college one, where it was like we were hookup buddies. So like she at least knew me, like drunk sex, and kind of like, it was kind of like she like said that she was like, you drunk sex was fucking god awful.
Really?
Yeah.
You were doing a sledgehammer over and over.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, like I mean, that kind of was like, oh okay, like and it's like I don't know, like I feel like I think I'm probably now a little bit more shy when it comes to, like I mean right now I'm in a relationship with a beautiful girlfriend. Yeah, that's been coming up on like a year and a half.
Okay.
And like like it's just like
That's a long time, and y'all live together, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, but you guys are monogamous.
Yes.
Do you think is monogamy? Is that it for you?
I think yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you get jealous,
Yeah. Yeah.
or because like you don't like? Are you? I'm always wondering with people who are monogamous, like, does your partner like fulfill all your? Or are you ignoring things that you want that like they don't provide?
No, I feel like it's just kind of like when you find your person, you just kind of like enough's
You-
there.
yeah.
And it's like
That's a great point.
and it's like like it's not like they're. You just kind of. It's
It's
like,
a compromise of sorts, but
it's a compromise of sorts, and it's like the sex isn't even like
the primary thing.
part anymore. I mean, I feel like it's like actually like having somebody,
I love that.
right?
And I also feel like, I don't know, maybe people can speak to this. I wonder, like, if anyone maintains a crazy sexual relationship with their long-term partner.
No, I think the majority of the time when you hook up with somebody that's just like a fuck buddy or whatever, it never like
Yeah.
it's just for the sex, in
Yeah.
my opinion. Like,
Sure.
that's what it, in the past has been.
Huh. Okay.
Because I think you're not trying. You're not. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself. But like you were just searching for that, and that was enough.
Yeah. Scratch the itch.
Yeah.
Do you have any, like, good sex stories or bad sex stories?
Jeez.
Or actually, while you're thinking of that, let's play hot or not.
Okay.
So I'm gonna list things and you tell me if you find them hot or not.
Okay.
Okay. Spanking.
Hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hair pulling.
Hot.
You have a lot. Do you like them pulling your hair?
Yeah. I mean, I like. Yeah.
So aggressive sex.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
Choking.
Not in the. Yeah. I've seen enough of the Dahmer doc or not even documentary.
Dog, it's not.
It's actual full.
See, it's the thing, I love horror, but like not when it's unrelentingly sad and scary. I like fun horror where there's like a joke here and there and like, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, my favorite, my first crush ever.
Jason Voorhees.
Close. Skeet Ulrich. No. Nev Campbell. She was my, and that's why
my first crush too.
I've had this conversation with a friend several times. What the screen producers are doing on this new movie, they're fucking idiots. Like, they're not having her come back because they didn't pay her enough, which she deserves to have
anything
the most
she wants,
I mean, like, she is the friend, and like, the new Scream was fine. I don't know if you saw
I
it.
love Jenna Ortega.
She was phenomenal.
She
killed it. Like,
killed it.
Her acting was like, she was acting other people under the table.
Acting, you went like this, like circles around them, but then you said under the table. I was like, she was phenomenal. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, close your ears. I love that she was the opening scene and she didn't die.
Same.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
No, that was like a great change of pace. But I think what really pissed me off was like, I get it, you're trying to have this whole new school thing and everybody's super cool and everything in it, you know, all the things they're trying to hit.
Yeah.
Nev Campbell is Scream.
I know.
And
although she wasn't
featured in it, so that's why I hated too about it. I'm like, you're not
it a lot
at all. So like that bummed me out, and I was like, so I'm actually boycotting them. I'm not gonna see them in theaters. I'm gonna probably start
the 6th.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start a page.
So you really love it?
Scream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. Like,
I gotta send you. I'm gonna watch each Scream the Sundays in October.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, because there's 5 Sundays in October. So if you're gonna come over, yeah.
They're doing 1 and 2 at the Beverly Cinema.
Is that in Quentin Tarantino's?
Yeah, I actually went there for the first time this summer.
I've never been there.
We saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood there, like probably a month ago.
Uh-huh.
It was like...
It was fun.
First of all, they're like, if we see a cell phone, you're out. Which is like, I was like...
Cool. That's like the cool. Alamo.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, like that makes sense. Like, and I felt like, because I put my phone on silent, because usually if I'm in AMC, because we're both A-list members.
Yes, we are A-list. AMC A-list. Not a brand rep, but I'm open to it.
Exactly. Because it's already so cheap, why not just have it be free?
I would pay twice as much.
I mean, it's because we go to movies all the time.
I love it.
But I find myself, if I'm not loving the movie, even sometimes if I am, I'll check my phone midway through.
See, that's why I have trouble watching movies at home. Because I'll definitely check my phone. Or I'll be like, literally get the gist of a scene. And think, okay.
Well, also because we know shit now. I mean, like, I feel like it's hard to, like, watch stuff now. That,
with,
yeah, with new, like,
yeah,
you know,
you're just like, yeah, okay.
And maybe it's just, like, being out here for 10 years and just, like, seeing everything and being jaded with the whole process. Yeah. But, I mean, there are still movies that I'm like, oh, like, last year, Worst Person in the World.
Oh, the woman, that, yeah. It was it French?
It was Denmarkian.
Okay, Denmarkian.
There's something. No, Norwegian.
It was very good. I don't think it was the best movie of the year.
No, but I was like, oh, it made me like.
Oh, you had to like watch it.
I was like,
you had to read subtitles.
Exactly, which I'm like, I don't usually do because like Squid Game, I put on.
You put on
English.
No.
I know.
No.
It wasn't. I mean, but I understood it. I mean, not that. Like,
Michael can't read. Yeah. Is what we're getting at.
Only if it's in Norwegian.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a hard time with subtitles sometimes.
Oh wait, but
I love Parasite.
Cinema. Okay. Great.
and I love Squid Game too, but I just loved it in
Squid
dubbed.
Game was. Is it Squid Game or Squid Games? Squid Game?
Squid Games?
I don't know.
I think it's Squid
Another
Game.
podcast I was listening to yesterday kept calling it Squid Games, and I was like, I don't think that's right. But now you saying Squid Game doesn't sound right. I think it's Squid Game.
You talking about Joe Rogan yesterday?
Yes, I can't get enough of the roguester. Real rogue head.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Rock and Rogue.
Rock and Rogue. Oh. Group sex.
Never done it.
Threesome?
Never done it.
Really? And no inkling, no desire. What if your girlfriend was like, I would really like another pair of tits in this room?
I'd probably have to ask her 3 times just to like.
Oh, we like, are you? Can
Yeah.
you sign this and we'll get it notarized?
Yes, that this is
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not really on your. It's not on your bucket list.
No.
Okay.
Like I mean, I feel like it's more. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like completely.
Now I feel like I'm pressuring you into
No.
like being like, you do want a threesome though,
Right?
right? Before you die.
It's just I don't know. I feel like it's. I mean, I don't know. It's probably. I mean, in my 20s, like oh yeah, hell yeah, but
But now you're just like,
yeah, it's like 2 people that I'm not gonna please.
the age-old predicament
Exactly.
of a straight man and a. Wait, I know devil's threesome is when it's 2 guys and a girl,
Oh yeah.
but I don't know what the other one is.
Yeah.
Probably Jesus is
Squid Game.
That's a Squid Game. That's a
The
Squid Game. Sex outdoors.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Any specific outdoor location? Like on Runyon Canyon?
New York City.
Stop. Just like, like in an alley in New York?
Not in an alley. I'm not a
Well, where it's outdoors.
like a.
Most of New York is indoors.
Oh, I'm thinking about.
Not at home?
I was thinking about up north by the Niagara Falls.
Oh.
But I said New York City.
Did you say New York City?
I did.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so like you
Like
you like a
wilderness.
water feature nearby?
Well, I mean, whenever there can ever be a water feature, like
You want that.
yeah, I am obsessed with water.
Really?
Like, yeah. When I was in Greece, I stayed on the water every single place because I just had to.
You need to be by the H2O.
It's just I don't know. I just feel a connection to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a water sign?
I'm a Leo.
I don't know what that means.
Leonardo
DiCaprio?
Yeah.
No, Leo's the tiger. Or the lion.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's debatable.
Yeah. Depends on who you're asking.
Wait, but I don't know what the. I think I just found out I'm a Libra and I didn't just find out I'm a Libra. No, I found out that it's an air sign though. Or that's
Well,
what
no,
they
I
told
was
me.
again like.
See, I don't believe anyone.
Recently, I've been doing the TikTok thing where I'll just sit and watch, which like
That is the TikTok thing. Have you done that TikTok thing where you just?
And
watch?
I even told my girlfriend, I was like, "Hey, honey, I'm just gonna be TikToking in here," and she's like, "What is wrong? Like, you're not like 60. You don't need to like be."
Tell me or
like,
just do
I'm
your
gonna.
thing.
I'm also gonna see you doing it and know that you're on TikTok. So we're okay. But I was watching, and like this one came up about like their favorite signs and like who's a piece of shit and who's not. And so then I was like Googling like who's like, and Leo came in at 4 of like you are a narcissistic asshole, but you're a
Leos
ton of
are
fun.
okay. Yeah, Leos are they're that.
Yeah.
They're loudmouths.
Yeah.
I
But she
think.
said like Aries was her favorite, and I'm like,
Oh really?
I was like,
I think Aries is pretty low. Aries Spears is definitely low.
See, I have no idea like what all like the like I think the more I learn about like it, I'm like, oh, that makes sense for that person. Like
Astrology.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also designed to be one of those things where it's like, are you confident but sometimes shy, but also extroverted and like smart? You're
Yeah.
it's like these all sound kind of good to me.
And also like they seem like I'll have like 4 out of 5 of them and be like, that's it, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like, well, okay, but like you say 5 things, I mean
Yeah. Someone read my birth chart once and it was eerie how
Really?
accurate it was.
yeah. Well, did you ever do the numerology thing?
What's that mean?
I don't know.
So if I have or if I haven't,
Yeah.
you don't
No,
know what I did.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Okay, wait. Anal.
Nah, I mean I support it. Whoever needs to do it.
And that's his platform.
And that's what I'm running on.
Michael for anal. Anal Mike. That's what they'll call you.
Yeah.
There's gotta be. Oh, what about like spit?
Yeah. That's yeah.
You like?
Yeah.
What about like dom sub behavior?
See, those are words that I just
Dominant
again,
and submissive.
Oh, like somebody being like
Daddy and
Yeah.
good girl.
people at the meetings call me daddy.
Okay, now we're crossing the
Sorry.
line. No, I'm kidding. I love that for you.
Really? What is, and this is something that I hear too, like zaddy?
Yeah, I think that's like
Is that like
a young daddy.
Okay.
That's what it is to me.
Because for years I understood like the whole like, because I played a gay bear on like.
Oh yeah, I should say, because obviously a lot of my listeners are homosexual. You're not gay, but you play a lot of like gay adjacent roles.
Yeah.
Because Michael's in, and I should have loved this, you're in a ton of Brian Jordan Alvarez projects.
Yep.
The most popular Secret Life of Caleb Gallo?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Secret Life?
The Game Wondrous
Life of Caleb Gallo.
Yeah.
Secret Life of Bees.
Bees is what you're thinking. Yes, exactly. Where I played Mike Wake, and he was in a throuple.
Right.
And what's funny is like that is the thing I'm most known for.
Stop.
Like literally, like I was waiting tables like before the pandemic, and I remember going to this table and being like, "Hey, like, what can I get you?" And they're like, "We hate you this, but like, are you Mike Wake?" And I'm like, "Yep."
What can I get you?
And it's like, come on.
I love that.
But no. I mean, it's literally like literally like I love it. Like it's really like amazing.
Yeah.
To be loved by whoever it is, you know.
Just to be recognized.
Yeah.
We didn't do this originally for the money. We did it to entertain and to make people laugh.
That's the 100%. I mean, like that whole thing that I love doing is like I love getting to like perform and do whatever I want to do, and then it's such a plus. Like when, you know, like I was walking on the street this summer with my sister in New York, somebody stopped me. I was like,
Young Rock?
No, from Caleb Gallo.
Oh, stop!
Yeah, and I'm like, that is so cool. Like
that is cool.
I'm like, and my sister was like, so like in shock. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, like you know, it's funny. It's like you don't expect when you do anything to like
to be recognized for it.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and it's like to also get to work with like the most sweet, kind people.
Yeah, brilliant people.
Yeah, it's a plus.
What is the last thing? What is a piece of advice you'd give to young Michael before you began his sexual journey?
Don't take things too personally. You know, be a little less. Just let it roll off you. You know, and also like have a. I think so much of our, again, this is just me on my whatever box, but like the shame and guilt people feel around sex and shit shouldn't be a thing. Like, just enjoy your life. Don't do it for anybody else, and realize that you're fucking great.
Aww. I agree with that 100%. And the whole purpose of the pod is to make sex a little bit less shame-based, make it easier to talk about.
Because that's the reason why that we're having all these problems is because
people are scared and
closeted, all the shit, and it's like, don't be like, love who you love. Don't. What other people do is none of my fucking business. Right. Which I think is very important.
Huge.
And also, like, who gives a shit? What, like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, be who you are.
Destroy pussy, not people.
Exactly. You know, that's what I'm gonna go on. That platform.
Alright, where can people find you?
Strassola. At Strassola on Instagram.
STRASSHOLA.
Yep, which I feel like I should have just that was like when Instagram like
should it be quirky?
Yeah, so I did Strassola and like literally it's like all my friends are like their own names and like now I can't have Michael Strassner because there's like so many of them.
You fucked around and you found out.
I fucked around and found out that Strassola is not.
I like Strassola.
It's unique and it's also like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, well, my dad hates the name because I used to, in high school, they called me Strasshole. Because I was like an asshole guy.
I love that.
And
is Strasshole available?
No.
It's not?
Because it's like theoretically like a, that's why I had to do Strassola.
Wow.
I originally did Strasshole.
I love the origin story. Marvel.
And then I was like, oh, let me make it Hispanic. Strassola.
Great move,
Yep.
white guy. All right, thanks for doing this.
You're welcome.